The recent slide in the global oil price is having a considerable impact on the consumer's hip pocket. While petrol prices are down, there is one industry still reluctant to pass on the savings, but that may soon change. Lower oil prices are good for the economy.
You're looking at a boost to global growth of around 0.7%.
Business confidence is expected to rise.
Over time, I think companies will see demand for their products go up and they'll see lower business costs.
As consumers benefit from cheaper prices at the petrol pump.
And that translates to about $800 to maybe $1,000 a year in terms of total saving for a typical Australian family.
While supermarket prices won't necessarily fall,
the rate of increase that we've all been getting used to over the years will probably slow down a little bit as those lower transport prices come through.
There is one cost which hasn't come down, and that's the price of air travel. Jet fuel is one of the biggest costs for an airline, as much as 50% of expenses for low-cost carriers, 35% for full-service players. But
what we're seeing now is probably literally almost a halving of those percentages.
Ratings agency Moody's says global airline profit margins will benefit this year as they hold on to some of the savings from the lower oil price.
Most of the major airlines are trying to resist dropping their fuel surcharges for as long as possible.
Cathay Pacific and Singapore Airlines told SBS the fuel surcharge provides only partial relief against high operating costs from the price of jet fuel. Qantas and Virgin Australia added that a weakening dollar and fuel contracts also influence prices. The ACCC has set up a team to investigate passenger surcharges, and while they're not against the law, the government can do something about it.
The Philippines, for example, just by order under its legislation required all foreign airlines to remove all their fuel surcharges forthwith, and they've done that.
When adjusted for inflation, Qantas notes competition in the market has seen Australia to London fares fall 30% in the past 10 years. That competition may eventually further benefit consumers.
The fuel surcharges have come off for cargo operations, so I think we'll start to see it much more broadly next month.
All it takes is for one of the major airlines to move first.